This is the Hawk Central Huddle, your weekly peek inside Iowa athletics. I'm Danny Lawhon here with Chad Leistikow, and Chad, it's Cy-Hawk week. And usually there's a rhythm that we're all kind of feeling by this point of the season, but we have a weird situation going on for this Saturday's game at Kinnick Stadium. Iowa got through its opener just fine with Northern Illinois, but Iowa State hasn't played a game. What kind of mystery does that bring into this situation, and who might have an advantage?
Yeah, I think I would say Iowa has the advantage in this case, just because you guys saw how choppy it was for the Hawkeyes in the first 2.5 quarters. That first game a lot of times is getting out the kinks. Now that said, Iowa State looked really good in its 5 plays, scored a touchdown. So maybe they didn't have any jitters or anything like that, and maybe that's out of the way. I guess the one downside for the Hawkeyes would be the injury part, because there's some guys nicked up in that opener, including starting running back Ivory Kelly-Martin. We'll see what his role is, if any, on Saturday. So that would be the only downside, but still I think overall advantage Iowa.
You mentioned some of those early kinks that need to be worked out. Iowa's passing game is certainly still a work in progress despite Nate Stanley's overall skill set. Where does the improvement need to come this week, or what's the pulse of the passing offense after week 1?
Yeah, that's certainly an alarming start. Only one receiver caught a pass. That was Amir Smith-Marset in that 33-7 win. I'd like to see Nick Easley get more involved. Brandon Smith had a rough first game. Kyle Groneweg, I think, has some potential. He showed, got his own, Division I jitters out, I guess, as a punt returner. But yeah, concerns there. If they can't get, consistent threats on the outside, that's really going to limit what this offense can do.
We've got 3 consecutive sellouts already announced up at Kinnick Stadium. The defensive line will have a lot of chances to rev up a mostly pro-Iowa crowd. They really had their way with Northern Illinois' offensive line in the opener. What kind of potential do you see out of that front 4 especially?
Yeah, we go from maybe the most glaring weakness in the opener to Iowa's most dominant strength right now, which is the defensive front 4. Outstanding games from Parker Hesse, AJ Epinesa, and Anthony Nelson, of course. And now the Hawkeyes get back 2 defensive tackles in Brady Reef and Cedric Lattimore to kind of bolster that entire line. So I think this is the pivotal matchup for the Hawkeyes in this Cy-Hawk showdown. If Iowa can control Iowa State's probably weakest position, offensive line, with their defensive line, that could kind of set the tone for the game at Kinnick Stadium.
This bounce to set up as one of the more intriguing Cy-Hawk games in recent memory. We've got it covered from A to Z at hawkcentral.com and on all your mobile devices and even in print. Stay tuned and have a wonderful week.